Now to the rapidly developing situation in Israel. The Israel Defense Forces, or IDF, says it has carried out small raids in the Gaza Strip, setting the stage for a larger ground invasion.
Meanwhile, international aid groups are warning of a worsening humanitarian crisis. Here are the headlines. Israel is now demanding 1 million Palestinians leave in northern Gaza within the next few hours, as Israeli forces have already begun raids. The United Nations is urging Israel to rescind the order, saying it could have devastating consequences. U.S. officials say Hamas is using the civilians as human shields. Meanwhile, the fighting continues to intensify. The conflict has already claimed at least 2,800 lives on both sides, including 27 Americans and a journalist hit by an Israeli shell while covering the conflict in Lebanon. At this hour, thousands of U.S. citizens in Israel are trying to leave the region as soon as possible.
CBS News correspondent Ian Lee is in Tel Aviv. He is live. Ian, thank you for joining us. Yesterday, the State Department said it would be chartering flights beginning today. Can you tell us how that's working so far?
Well, hi, Jim and Erica. That is something that the U.S. officials say they're looking into. It's been a very slow process, as there are presumed to be about 20,000 Americans who are looking to get out of the country, or at least who have expressed interest in getting out of the country. We heard from U.S. officials saying not only are they looking at chartered jets to fly them out, as other countries have done, but they're looking at other options, whether going by sea or by land. In fact, when we came to Tel Aviv, our flight was turned around when the pilot believed it was just too dangerous to land. There was incoming rockets, so we actually had to fly to Jordan and go across the border. That's one of the many options that they're looking at to get Americans safely out of this country.
And this has certainly been a very frightening few days. What are you hearing there from the people you've spoken to?
It's on both sides. There is just a lot of anticipation of what's going to happen when this ground invasion actually takes place. We have had small raids inside Gaza from the Israeli troops and tanks going after militants, but also looking for clues to try to rescue some of those hostages that were taken last week. Israel has 360,000 troops mobilized for this operation. Reservists brought up. They're in the north, they're in the south, but it is going to be a very bloody incursion into Lebanon, or into Gaza. That's something that everyone knows is going to happen. But you also have people in Gaza who are afraid about what's going to happen. Israel told roughly 1 million people to head south. That is something that some people heeded. Others are staying put in their homes. Israel says it's going to use significant force once that part of the operation begins.
All right, Ian Lee, live for us in Tel Aviv. Thank you.
And we have breaking news. We have learned that the president met virtually with the family of Natalie and Judith Ronan, the mother and daughter from the North Shore taken hostage by Hamas. The pair was kidnapped by Hamas fighters while visiting family. Family says they were told by the Israeli government that both of them are alive, but they don't know whether they are being held together. During the call, the Ronan family says the president assured them of his commitment to rescue the hostages. The president reiterated that statement this afternoon.
They're going through agony, not knowing what the status of their sons, daughters, husbands, wives, children are. You know, it's gut-wrenching. I assured them my personal commitment to do everything possible to return every missing American to their families. We're working round the clock to secure the release.
We will continue to follow this story, and we'll have an update ahead at 5 o'clock.